Hi guys. Okay, so we're sticking to what we've said about not putting any more updates out on Lauren Thompson case. However, this does relate to that case. You guys might have remembered a little while back of Whitney Thompson, who was posting here and there on some of the YouTube videos and on Facebook, and she had created a group, Justice for Example. I've got Karen on the line to fill us in with what has been happening. Hi, honey.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, not bad. You know, things keep happening, don't they? And so we'd also talked about, not a lot, but about Chris Welks, the supposed to be undercover police in Penola County.
Narcotics.
Oh, narcotics, yeah. So if you can just let us know what has happened in the last couple of days. Well, actually, a couple of weeks.
Yeah, apparently Whitney Thompson had been arrested for, I guess, contacting a certain officer's son. There was a protective order from Chris Welk. It was on Whitney Thompson. From what we are gathering, the only reason why that was even put in place is because she went to the FBI about Chris Welk.
But she did go to the FBI a while ago.
Chris Welk.
Months ago, yeah. I think. Because, yeah, she does, she's a heavy drug user, but everyone was kind of treating her like she was crazy in that. Knowing what happened to Lauren and all of this stuff with Chris Welk, and a lot of her stuff rings true, and we're more concerned about her.
Right, I don't think that, honestly, I don't think she violated anything. To be honest with you, I think that he only flipped it because he knew that she went to the FBI about him, and so he had a file on her for harassing and stalking her, saying that she was stalking him. I'm sorry, but that wasn't the case, and we do know that he was stalking Lauren too.
Yes, that we know, and looking at her arrest records, so she had been arrested for something else, and then wasn't it that as soon as she got out, they were ready to re-arrest her for this stalking charge?
Well, she was in some kind of rehab.
Right, that's right.
Yeah, and then as soon as she gets out, they arrested her. Honestly, I think they're doing this because she was trying to get everything out about Lauren, everything that even happened to her, because it was exactly what happened to Lauren. She was going through the same stuff Lauren went through. Yeah. They talked about it one night. You know, they met each other. They talked about it. I mean, it was the exact same thing. And it was horrible. Like, the things that happened to both of them was something that it would be anyone's worst nightmare.
Absolutely. With her retelling things like him standing over her while she was sleeping.
Lauren had stated that as well.
Yeah. So,
and we do have a few of those right now, that there's a few people that are trying to steer us in different directions, and they know who they are. And one of them, Lauren was very close to, and I'm not going to say a name.
No, I guess
not.
But
I'm telling you, the evidence is really just stacking up against this person. The more I think about it, the angrier I get. What they are doing, it's horrible. These girls don't even know it. They are drugging them. They are raping them. They are bringing guys in to rape them. It needs to stop, and it's sick. And these girls have no idea.
Yeah. So they
can't fight back. They can't do anything.
No. And so a lot have come to either you or me and, trying to get help because they can't trust law enforcement.
Right.
So we're sitting here thinking, okay, well, the FBI, we'll leave it in their hands and that they're investigating everything. That's why there's been no updates. But then when you see things like this arrest and things like that, and know that it's out of all the police that are on the books for law enforcement in Penola County, it's Chris Welk. Name keeps coming up. At what point does it stop becoming a coincidence and start being something a lot more sinister to what we've been saying all along for the last 9 months. Well, 6 months.
It's sick, and it drives me nuts because these poor girls are being put through all of this by the very people who they were supposed to trust, that are supposed to protect them. And they can't go anywhere else, and they're scared to talk. They're scared to say anything. And Whitney was talking. She was putting her story out there because she wanted justice for Lauren and her and everybody else that was going through the same thing.
Yeah.
She had a voice. She was trying to be Lauren's voice.
And a lot of people just treated her the same way that they treated Lauren. You know, it's just a used up druggie who didn't matter.
Right. They're people. Okay. Everybody makes mistakes. Okay. People go through things. Yeah. After all this happened, even with her, with Whitney, of course she got into drugs even worse. But I mean, who wouldn't? Look at what they did to her. What they were doing to her.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody understands
unless
how bad this is over there.
Unless you've walked in their shoes, and you know, I couldn't say that I wouldn't do the same thing. Turn to drugs to make it all go away. Make it all go away for just an hour, you know.
And just sit there and wait like it's sitting ducks because you know that one day they're going to kill you.
Yeah. So that is the reason for putting this out there, for putting Whitney in the limelight, is one, to say we believe her, and two, to say don't touch her.
Language.
I know.
More people need to be involved here, and I think it's going to take more than just me and you, Bridget, and the very few that are actually doing something out there to try to help. Because there are a lot of girls that are not speaking up because they're afraid to.
Yeah.
They are scared to death, okay? I believe, honestly, with everything in me, that Whitney, she was arrested because she was talking. She was trying to tell people. And I know, as sure as I'm sitting here talking to you, that if we don't get this out there, if we don't at least try to fight for her, she's going to end up like Lauren.
Yeah.
She's never going to leave that jail cell.
I firmly believe that, you know. And just look back, guys. Look at when Justin was taken in, and as soon as he let everyone know, you know, what he knew about Karen, the Texas Rangers arranged for him to be released. Boom, like that, in an hour. Look at Hannah being pulled over for sticking up for my Facebook group, and that the day before. The half a dozen other ones that came forward that we haven't mentioned, the other half a dozen ones that have come forward that we have mentioned. As I said, what point does it stop becoming does it stop being a coincidence and becoming something else? Because you can't have that number of people suddenly being arrested because they've just said or done something or stuck up for someone related to this case.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's been some talk about Danny Buck, and the one that everybody needs to watch out for. He's the dirty one. I'm ready to just get it all out there because I'm so sick of this. How many people are gonna have to get hurt before somebody does something? If Danny is hiring these people or hiring a hitman to take out people, like we've been hearing from many people, not just one person, then he needs to be looked into.
Absolutely.
Because you don't write your own rules there. People like that are letting freaking their positions get to their head, and they abuse their position.
Danny Buck's been the district attorney since like 1807, so it all has to go through him, right?
Yeah. And a lot of how these people are being treated, it's not fair.
Well, look, I think they
make up their rules.
This is my own personal opinion, so don't shoot me for it. I think there's a couple of reasons why Danny Buck does what he does and why law enforcement do what they do. One is that Carthage is a population of about 7,000. There's a huge meth problem, Okay, everyone knows this. Rather than fix the meth problem, they will arrest a lot of these people and charge them, put bail on them, and then that is revenue that has helped keeps the city or Penola County going. That's one reason that I think. The other one I think is some sort of God complex, power.
Right. And some of them have gotten in too deep and can't get out of it.
Yeah. Or they've been doing it for so long that they're used to it. And this is not a new thing. It's not a new thing. Jeannie Lofton, 1993. You look at the whole Bernie Tita case, 1996. Or even though that didn't go to trial till a couple years later, and then the retrial. But it's like I'm saying, it's not a recent development. Any of this.
Right. And they've never had somebody stand up to them. They've never had somebody fight back and ask why. Why are you doing this? Because that just is how it goes. That's how they have learned to live over there. That's the way of thinking.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes.
No one has.
No, I don't.
Questioned or really stood up to their behaviour and what they do, and really questioned it, and I think they kind of don't know what to do with that. But like I keep saying over and over and over again, this is bigger than Karen, this is bigger than me, this is bigger than anyone, and even we need help. So, internal affairs, come on, like do something.
This is why we needed to speak out today. Because everybody out there that is going through this, every girl I'm speaking up for, I'm being your voice right now. Because this needs to stop. And it makes me want to cry even thinking about it, because, to have so much done to you while they...
Profit.
They have drugged you.
For what? Couple of bucks?
Exactly. For what?
For a couple of dollars.
People don't get in trouble?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with the sheriff's department? What is wrong with the freaking police department? And yes, I'm taking a big risk right now. A very big risk. But somebody has to.
No one else is apparently going to.
Keep going, and I know. And it sickens me. Girls, stand up. Stand up for yourself. I know this is hard, but my God, I don't want to hear about another Lauren out there.
No.
Your life. You take your life back.
And
it's unacceptable.
I'll say it until I'm blue in the face, in case anyone is just hearing any of this for the first time. If anything has happened to you, contact Karen. Contact myself. You will be always anonymous. No details will...
And we will bring it to the people that are listening to us.
Yeah.
That can do something about it.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I'm so sick of this.
Yeah. We've had girls who have wanted to record their story, but I changed their voice. We've had girls who want to write down their story, and we will post that. We've had ones who want us to just retell their story, and you are anonymous. We promise that. And I've kept that promise from the beginning, and since Karen and I met, we do promise that.
I don't know all of these girls, out there. They don't know me, but for me to sit here and say all this publicly puts me in a bad situation too.
Yeah, it does.
But somebody has to be your voice. If you're not going to do it, if you're too scared. That we can't continue this. This cannot keep happening.
No.
Stick up for Whitney Thompson.
Yeah.
Too.
You girls need to...
Look what she's going.
I can't imagine. She's been in jail for how long now? A couple of weeks?
Since the 9th.
Yeah.
September 9th.
And so you girls can take your power back. Don't let them keep this power. You can take it back.
It's $50,000. It's a $50,000 bond for Whitney. It's about $5,000 to get her out with the bail bondsman. We have talked about setting up a GoFundMe page to help raise money to get her out of jail.
That's a lot of money. Like,
It's 50,000, but with the bail bonds, then she can get out at 5,000.
oh, right. Okay, got you. Right, and so Zedric Grace, who killed Melissa and Dana in 2016, had 2 charges of criminal negligence, $5,000 apiece, and Whitney hasn't been brought to trial by Danny Buck, but Whitney gets a $50,000 bond for stalking. Do you want to explain that, Danny?
Yeah, I would love to know that. I'd love it. There's a lot I want to know. I have a lot of questions.
I think a lot of people in Panola County do.
Yeah, but I'm not going to sit back and watch this go on and not do anything about it. I'm not going to be that person, because it's going to continue and it's going to get worse, and there's going to be more missing women over there if something isn't done.